Hey guys, and welcome back to FACEIT TV. We did just see a guard putting a Firebot down the drain, and we are just about to see a German versus an American, being Twister versus CZM, fight out. This is going to be another best of one, right? I think it is.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I keep losing track of where we are with the games because we get fed these games, so I lose track of which round we're on. But either way, going back to putting Firebot down the drain, you say, that can't be very nice.
Sorry, Firebot.
Down the drain. It can't be very nice down the drain. It's not very sanitary.
Well, have you seen the drains in ZTN?
I've never been there actually. I'd like to visit, but either way, Twister and CZM. CZM's been playing quite a lot recently, and Twister, of course, active as ever, as far as I am aware. And we will probably see a very interesting game. I mean, CZM is actually. I mean, he's been playing like loads of TDM pickups. He's been playing quite a few duels recently, and I think he's ready to rock as far as like his form goes. I think his form is probably going to be a lot better than Adroit's.
Do you think Twister will be?
I'm not sure. It'd be quite interesting. I'm not sure. Twister does have a tendency to sometimes. I don't want to say choke because you got to be careful with that word. But sometimes he does seem to like succumb to the pressure, like on some of the matches he's playing, because he's quite a good player. Like he knows what he's doing, but he seems to sometimes like I don't know, like he loses something of his game sometimes in the moments that matter.
I feel like he managed to do a really good job of getting to the level he is now, but I feel like he's the level he is now, and he's been that way for the last 6 months. And I'm like, when is he going to push it over the edge? When is he going to break those boundaries like Backstein did and really push it to the upper levels and start challenging those top players for really making them sweat and work hard for their victories? Yeah,
definitely a player with a huge amount of potential to unleash upon the world. And Twister is definitely another player you should never ever take lightly, ever, because you know that he can just explode and really just dominate you and just destroy you with his playstyle and his decision making. So as well as his aim at from time to time. So this match will be quite interesting for sure.
I think just getting some weird news at the moment.
Weird news. Hit me.
I think Twister's still got a game to play. What the hell?
Oh, okay.
Let's check out the boundaries.
Did we get a? This is a mistake.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It could be. I'm just trying to verify this before we get into it, guys. So.
Okay, sit tight. I know you want to see CZM.
It says CZM Twister, so surely.
Yeah, okay, they're just messing. Are you being trolled?
Like I don't know. They're communicating with me. I didn't want to make you guys panic.
Some trolling going on.
I got the fear for a second.
Okay. Confusion over. CZM versus Twister. What map are we playing? What map? Well, we're not playing, but what map are we going to see?
Yeah, they're on. All right, so it's going to be Toxicity. Okay. Like this better not be.
Very interesting match. I really think. I mean, Toxicity is a good map for Twister, and CZM.
CZM as well, or?
Again, like he knows how to play every map. Like he's just smart. Like. He's really good on the slow maps, he's really good on the fast maps. CZM really doesn't have a problem anywhere, as far as I know. I don't think he really has any glaring weaknesses as far as the maps go.
No,
usually it's
just too much.
Usually it's his form lately, because he's very busy with his whole PhD thing.
Yeah.
I've heard that's not the easiest thing to do in the world, so it takes some amount of time.
Dr. Nelson.
So.
Wait, no, hasn't he already done his PhD?
I
think he's doing research at the moment or something.
I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but it's PhD related stuff.
Yeah,
So, whatever. It's numbers and so on, so who cares?
And they're scary. Numbers are scary.
Numbers are scary. Numbers are hard. They're like harder than words, and words are pretty hard as well.
Yeah, I already struggle with them. CZM has readied. We're going to wait to see. Twister's still lurking, so I think we've got a few moments.
Yeah. If you are a CZM fan, I hasten to add that should you ever want to play with him, he's often found in TDM pickup, playing the pickups there. So, but before we talk any more about TDM, we have the game starting. The countdown has begun, and here we go.
There's going to be Toxicity, CZM versus Twister. We have start. We've got the American getting that rail and red armor very quickly. And should be able to push himself over to the spread, taking a hint of rocket damage, but still looks all right at the moment. Nothing too Larry. And Twister was chasing for a bit of damage, but I guess CZM lost out on a yellow and has returned to the favor with some, and more with some great lightning gun work Twister not really getting any damage at the moment. He wants that roll. I think watch Twister play a lot. You know, he really has a strong relationship with that gun. And there is a couple of decent shots already. CCM are going to be chasing, and Twister going to get out of there. Mega health is going to be on his books. And there it is.
I think CCM overfeeding his gerbil, not able to finish Twister off in the manner that he would like to, as quickly as he would like to. And a minute almost into the game, neither player has exchanged a frag yet. And it is a very tense situation. CCM gets a rail from Twister as he drops down to that telly. Never the nice position to have to move through. And with that rocket straight to CZM's face, Twister's got to be feeling good right now. He knows he's got the stack advantage, but there's the rail follow-up. It's going to even things out a little bit from CZM, but going through this telly, has Twister missing the shot out of the telly and CZM hitting his one. So that's really, really a great situation for CZM. Now looks to be the favourite onto that Mega. Grabs the frag as well as the Mega. And will he get this follow-up?
He's too busy strafing, he could have got the damage in, but rockets in the air, and that's going to make it 2-0. Is he going to find him off the spawn again? Twister being aggressive, trying to make him pay for this red armor, and it's been a good decision. He's done crippling damage, and CZM, well, it's going to be eaten by the slime. Lightning gun in hand for him. I'm going to switch over to Twister, because he did do all the effort to get that frag on the board. Well, at least the frag difference a bit closer. And a decision to make with the red and mega soon. Where is he going to take it? Close damage. Is there going to be a rail to finish off? CZM's looking for some shots, but I think it might be a split.
Yeah, and CZM from that rocket, playing the high position, will catch Twister. Rocket jumping up, but misses the mid-air. Rocket and Twister following it up with some good damage onto CZM. CZM not in the best of situations with 36 health, 56 armor, 50 armor, and CZM getting caught, catching Twister with that shot is going to even things up again. A little bit of so back and forth on the damage, and that rocket is going to hurt so much, and CZM desperately needs to get some clean damage in. Just so many trades and not any clean exchanges. But you know, backing off to this Mega is going to be really reassuring for him, as he's going to eventually be able to make a play onto his opponent finally, and not just go for these crazy exchanges all the time.
There's something ridiculous exchanges, as you said. Twister always getting hit by these rockets, and they're going back and forth a lot. Since after the initial fights, they're really taking their time in deciding who is going to pick up that next number on the board. Red armor is going to go to the American, it seems. Twister with a higher position at the moment, but I feel like things are going to change very quickly. I honestly don't know who's going to take it next. Great shot. So you've got Twister, but CZM.
Yeah.
He's low. He's got to get out of here.
It's that like situation you see so much on this map, and another mid-range engagement from both these players. And again, it's like both players are going to go test the water, see what shots they can hit. If they both hit shots, then neither one wants to commit. If, let's say, Twister hits a shot, he's like, okay, maybe I can commit now. But just constant exchanges, neither player able to actually really commit, because they just continually deal so much damage to each other. And great rocket on Twister, puts him down 15 HP. Now, finally, maybe CZM can finish him. It's looking good for him, but the chase, and Twister makes the jump across. No, he does not, and gets caught. Finally takes him down. Just so awkward to frag him.
Yeah, I mean, Twister did such a good job of really holding on to his life for as long as possible, but I think, you know, it's not really going to mean much now that CZM's bordering on the realms of 200-200, does take a rail, so that's going to be at least one step closer for Twister to be content. But close range rails, he can't follow it up with another, and going through the teleport, this is going to be one more for the American, but 40 health from 200-200, that's not what he was expecting to do at this time.
Yeah, definitely, and with 3 frags in the lead, this is not really feeling under any pressure. I mean, this is nothing so far on toxicity. Going for these engagements, going for these rails, going to see if he can just hit the shots, and just dancing in front of CZM, just trying to tango with him with that rail out, trying to hit those point-blank range rails. And on toxicity, you can get so many frags back really quickly. It feels like Twister just wants to take some of the risks early on and see if he can just get a bit lucky. And if he can get that luck, it's going to be a good way for him to carry himself throughout the rest of the match. And CZM, though, with a good stack, playing these high areas, aware of this red armor trap, and Twister, can he get away without taking any damage? CZM with excellent positioning, excellent rockets, so it's the absolute trapped in there finally. The damage is too much, and Twister does fall.
Yeah, that was hard for Twister. He really took them. That's usually why that area is skilled. He takes damage on the exit of taking red armor. And he took all the damage possible. Some more rockets and the lightning gun to finish off. CZM starting to rack up the frags. Twister once again has got access to this red armor, but again, he could pay a heavy price for it. He does manage to pick it up, and the plasma wasn't too bad. but CZM has got open access to the rest of the map. Twister might get a yellow, he might, but he's backing off around that corner. CZM can really pick up the next one as well.
Despite the crazy variance to all of the fights and stuff, CZM manages to be this anchor, and he's like hard to move him. He's so stable right now, even through the raging storm, the raging waves. He is the anchor, never moving, and getting another frag onto Twister. Twister's not able to really get like the 3 or 4 rails in a row that he needs onto CZM to frag him. CZM is just playing that slow game, that solid game, letting Twister come to him most of the time. And when it happens, CZM is winning the day and winning the items. And Twister coming to CZM again, and CZM getting another frag. And this red imminent.
You know that CZM's done less damage than Twister?
Yeah, he's got great item control.
That's good, that's really well going for him, but Twister has so much damage, he just can't do that little last knock that really makes him a threat in the next stages of the game. I really hope that Twister can make it through. Pick up a frag, and there's the lightning gun, very effective. And CZM drops the landbind. Got mega health in a moment. Has Twister been keeping his mind on those numbers? Much like CZM, he does stick around for that last rail. Where is CZM going to spawn? If CZM spawns by red, that's going to be devastating for Twister.
Yeah, definitely. And with CZM looking like a great start. This is, hang on, this is best of 1 and best of 3. I'm confused. Best of 1? Okay, so unfortunately we won't get to see more maps from these guys, but this one map could turn out to be very tense. The 7 frag difference with 3 minutes. Twister, if he goes for that one risk he gave him, gets the fortune going his way, he might actually be able to make a crazy comeback, and CZM's got to be careful. He is down on armor with the defensive rockets though. That's exactly how he's got to keep his opponent at bay, but Twister with that rocket onto CZM is going to kill him, and look at that, gets he's kind of getting that red pickup, and defensive rockets Twister. He's going to try and trap CZM as best he can to do the damage.
Yeah, he took quite a lot of plasma, which is going to hurt him a lot. CZM's going to get himself on railgun. There's another yellow up. Twister does pick it up. He hasn't taken any additional damage, so 100 is good for him, but there could be a rail looking any second. Twister's got to be pretty careful. He's got some time, but he doesn't want to play it too slowly. Let's see, is Twister... If he gives away that red armor, can he make the CZM pay a little bit at least? Get rid of some of that stack that he gave away. Mega should be his. CZM again is just being an absolute pest. Oh, the rail! Why are you switching to rail? It could have been lightning gun, it could have been more rocket damage. And CZM is just expertly killing Twister's time. Really nice, and I feel Twister's starting to be in a bit slightly bad shape, and CZM in exactly the right position to deny that 50 health bubble and really make his stack go backwards back to the 0 mark.
Yeah.
Minute and a half now. This is going to be very, very difficult for Twister. Bordering on impossible. It's already very improbable.
CZM standing on top of the mountain right now, and Twister has to sneakily push him off and make him plummet to his death. But because right now he's so far ahead, he's so high up on the frags right now, and it would take a massive play from Twister to even get back 4 or 5 frags right now. And with that kind of damage though, that's what he needs to do. But maybe it's too little too late right now. CZM surviving once again. He is the survivor.
He's made it, yeah, I mean, Twister's gone for some mad chasers, but CZM's always had a bit to answer, and it's always made it so Twister cannot just chase to the end like he wants. And we've had these really awkward, like, rail fights when they're standing next to each other, and where neither of them are really hitting that much. But, it's been working out. The American has had it in his favor. I'm not sure who's going to be playing against next.
Playing CZM next to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a quick gander at the brackets to see if I can locate that information.
Fair play to the amount of damage Twister did in this map, but he had the damage, he didn't have the items, and that was really, I could really make an analysis. Other than that, it surely was that. What do you reckon? Well, GG guys, CZM 15-3. What went wrong with Twister? Was it just damage items? Or,
yeah, I felt like Twister was really Cesium was trying to play a more complete game. It felt like Twister was taking some risks with some of the engagements, because some of the engagements were a bit risky. But generally, I mean, the start seemed quite even. I mean, there was a lot of back and forth trades for damage, and Cesium just managed to just eke his way slightly ahead each time. And I mean, overall, it didn't seem that Twister was taking too many risks until he was starting to feel a bit pressured by the fact that Cesium just wasn't dying. Cesium just managed to just about get that frag, and then just about get another frag, and so on and so forth. But we will. Actually, is there anything you want to add?
No, I mean that was it really. I had a very basic decision on that game, and you put it nicely for me. But